Back again with our 75 cal, and we've been having a lot of fun with it lately. We always run extensive testing on them, give them a good final polish and everything before we sell them, but we like to test them to make sure the integrity of them. We do inside and outside diameter testing with micrometers to make sure that nothing's stretched, there's no stretch marks, there's no cracks, no fissures. We go over our cannons with a fine-tooth comb after we're done firing with them because we want to make sure that people who receive them are going to have a good, safe product that's going to last generations. So we're back again with our 58 caliber, and we loaded up with about 125 grains of 2F Pyrodex. Got a standard paper wad and about yet again another 1.5 ounces of standard BBs for like an air gun. You can shoot lead shot through. We usually save it for the smaller cannons. If you may have seen in some of our other videos, smaller the shot, the more you can put in there, so the more potential damage you could cause. The larger the shot, the more penetration damage it'll have, because the larger shot absorbs more of the energy and allows it to transfer further into the target. What we have today is a Logitech wireless keyboard. It's a good keyboard. Nothing wrong with Logitech. I like Logitech. They're a good product, but this one gave up the ghost. H died on it, and after a failed attempt at repairs, I figured as expensive as a keyboard as it is, we might as well get our entertainment value out of it. So what we're going to be doing today is trying to whittle the keyboard away to nothing via Canon. So we'll shoot it several times, and after editing you'll get to see the whole sequence of all the shots that obliterated all the pieces of the Logitech keyboard. First load we got is 1.5 ounces of steel shot, BB size, 177 diameter, and about 120 grains of 2F Pyrodex. And I'll light her up, and we'll shoot her, and we'll go from there. I hope you enjoy the video. And as always, be safe. Use adequate protection like a blast shield, or obviously at least safety goggles and hearing protection. They definitely will hurt your hearing. Outdoors is always a good idea. This is an outdoor building, so it doesn't matter in here. There's not really anything to be caught on fire, and we have fire extinguishers around, and all that safety precautions have been taken. So just remember to be safe and smart, and I hope you enjoy the video, because we're going to blow the hell out of this thing. Here we go. Alright, well, that was our first shot, and it seems to be a tough one, so we're going to have to give it a couple shots. It might need some maxi balls and shots, so we'll see. Stay. Our first shot there was 1.5 ounces of BBs, and it did a lot of contusional damage to the keyboard, knocked a lot of the keys off, but unfortunately did not penetrate a hole through it. So we're back to fix that now here with a 298 grain maxi ball, 58 caliber. I keep saying 75, but I mean 58, so hopefully you can all stay with me on that. So here's shot number 2. Alright, and it definitely went through that time. And it went through quite a few of our phone books, it appears to be. Went right through the edges and the splines, right through the middle of that one. This one here is coming apart. There ain't much left of him. And then into a seat that we had sitting here, a piece of an old seat. Went through the seat and clear through the about 1/8 inch of aluminum backing plate. And I believe it probably disintegrated when it hit the brick wall here, hopefully. Otherwise, that could be potentially fun, but we ain't done with this thing yet. We'll be back with the next load. This time we're doing shot again, so we can break up some of the plastic off of it. As you can see from our previous shot attempt, it's rather effective. There's a bunch of BBs falling out of it everywhere. So we're going to give it another shot and see how it likes that. And we'll move on to the next shot. Here you go. Yeah, there we go. That's what I'm talking about. Did some pretty substantial damage that time. So we'll load her up, and we'll go with shot number 4. We'll see you in a minute. But this time, to add a little spice to it, we got this invincible remote control. We've shot this thing with mini cannons a dozen times, and it just doesn't want to seem to die. So I figured now with the 58 caliber would be about the best time to destroy it. So we're going to be shooting yet again a maxi ball, 298 grain hollow base maxi ball through the hopefully through the remote control, destroying it, and also through the keyboard. The keyboard, I'm very surprised with. It seems to be extremely industrial. The multi-layering gives it almost a bulletproof vest effect. It just does not want to seem to come apart. So we'll give her a shot here and see how it goes. Here we go, number 4. Alright, that was effective. I don't see the remote control just offhand. Oh, there it is. It's still got a smoking piece of wad stuck in it, but definitely went through it that time. But I think it could use a couple more shots with the keyboard, since there's both, both don't want to be destroyed. They can be destroyed together. Clearly went clear through there and into the phone books. We ain't going to look for it just at the moment, but we'll look for it when we're all done, said and done, and let you know what happened. I believe shot number 5 now. I'm starting to lose track. We had to put a box behind her here because I did have a screw in the ground, but it was just a drywall screw and it snapped off. A little bigger screw would work better, a tent peg if you're using it outside in the ground. Just shove a tent peg through the bottom hole in the tang and it won't go nowhere. It sits good. It shoots really good. But on this load we got a yet again 1.5 ounces of steel BBs and another 120 grains of 3F, and our obstinate little remote and keyboard is here, so we're going to give her another blast. And here we go. I haven't had some pieces and stuff fly off it. That was entertaining. Wow. I think we're starting to make some progress now. There's our remote, finally. He wasn't so tough after all. Part of the board out from the inside of him. There's some more pieces of keyboard. And it's doing pretty good damage, but I'm getting tired of shooting the key part. I think our next shot will be on the back. We'll see you here in a moment. And this, I believe, is our 6th shot, and I'm going to do another shot of load, and did 2 ounces of shot this time, a little bit more shot, and added a little more powder, about 130 grains. Add a little extra zip to it, and we're going to see what kind of damage we can do to this thing. I got tired of shooting the front, so now we're at the rear. And here we go, hopefully. Yep. Well, that seemed effective. Oh yeah, our keyboard's coming along nicely. I think it needs a couple more shots, but it's starting to get there. Yeah, I believe our 7th shot, and this time we're doing another 298 grain maxi ball. We're going to try to put it through the side of it and maybe see if we can shear it in half. So this ought to be entertaining. Ah, that worked quite nicely. Quite nicely indeed. Our keyboard, there ain't much left here, but I'm going to pile off the close and keep shooting it. Just because we can.
Then